Welcome. We're glad you found us on YouTube. On our channel we delve into deep contemplations that can alter your perspective on life and personal development. This video delves into the life-altering implications of people. According to Gerardo's theories in Medellin about evolutionary law, the concept of love and cosmic order. After listening to this video, you will have a clearer picture of how these ideas impact our lives and open the doors to inner change. The information provided by this channel will help you understand the keys to personal growth for all those who seek to broaden their horizons. Let's start our journey towards enlightenment now. Gerardo Schmedling's conferences provoke deep reflection. Philosopher, interested and knowledgeable, Emmeline dedicated her life to educating others on the fundamental questions of reality and human existence. His reflections encourage self-awareness and understanding of life. Due to the life experiences that she experienced, Emmeline dedicated herself to the study and understanding of spirituality, metaphysics, human growth and how these topics are related. His lectures captivate the public, invite reflection and inspire them to delve into their own conscience. By demystifying complex concepts and making them easier to understand, Merlin's lectures impacted people from many walks of life. He urged readers to reconsider core beliefs. In his lectures, Gerardo Schmedling explores topics such as love, evolution, the universe, and the transformative potential of education. His teachings help readers to become aware of themselves and to develop personally. Gerardo Schmedling leaves an exceptional intellectual and spiritual legacy. Your comments can motivate others to seek higher meaning and purpose through your words. Schmedling encourages us to discover more about the world and about ourselves. Today we invite you to delve into the enlightening and wise world of Gerardo Schmedling. Both if you are interested in knowing the truths of the universe and if you are an inquisitive mind in search of answers. His teachings have the power to change your perspective and lead you to enlightenment. Love as the guiding principle in our life. The principle of love is of paramount importance. It implies that love is more than just an emotion and that it has the power to change everything. People who have reached a point where pain is no longer necessary understand the real meaning of love above any other quality. In this context, love encompasses a broader understanding and goes beyond romantic conceptions. It comprises self-acceptance, empathy and compassion without conditions. It is a deep connection to the goodness and divinity that exist in all beings. We can cultivate an inner condition of tranquility, harmony, and understanding through the acceptance of love. Our life experiences are inversely correlated with our feelings of love. Life reacts differently to us when we experience a true inner revolution. Our positive energy attracts comparable vibrations from the outside world as we radiate love. We may observe a change in our interactions, situations, and overall reality as a result of this alignment with love. We experience a major inner change knowing who we are and accepting love. We develop an openness that allows us to see people with empathy and understanding despite their flaws or inadequacies. We come to respect each person's own experiences and adventures, realizing that everyone evolves and grows in their own way. In this condition of love we no longer feel compelled to attack or conflict. Instead, we become peace-seeking creatures who aspire to reconcile conflict through mutual respect and collaboration. If we find ourselves in a violent environment, our goal is to use the power of love to transcend the situation instead of going into direct conflict. Love becomes a motivating factor that directs our decisions and perspectives. As a result, our interactions become more compassionate, forgiving, and empathetic. It allows us to face life's obstacles with grace and serenity. By practicing love, we cultivate harmony within ourselves and invite that harmony to manifest in the world. The principle of love reminds us that we have the ability to transcend suffering and bring about positive change in our lives and the lives of others. It motivates us to cultivate love within ourselves, to share it with others and to be open to its transforming power. By understanding the fundamental essence of love and integrating it into our being, we can embark on a path of substantial personal growth and help create a more compassionate and peaceful society. Learning from mistakes. One of the most important aspects of our personal development is learning from our mistakes. Making mistakes is not something to be feared or avoided. Rather, it is a necessary component of learning. Mistakes provide us with excellent opportunities to gain knowledge and insight. We can learn a lot from mistakes throughout our lives. They provide us with knowledge and lessons that can influence our way of acting and making decisions in the future. We learn more about ourselves and the world around us by admitting our mistakes and reflecting on them to avoid repeating the same mistakes in the future. Self-reflection helps us identify patterns, beliefs, and behaviors that may have contributed to the error. Understanding the concept of love requires being aware of the absurdity of our choices and behaviors. Absurdity is the term used to describe innate irrationality or misalignment with our genuine ideals and purpose. We can only learn deeper truths and make meaningful changes when we recognize this mismatch. We are more aware of the effects our mistakes have when we remember them. Our desire not to make the same mistakes is fueled by this understanding. We learn to accept responsibility for our actions and consciously strive to repair the damage caused. This exercise encourages personal development and helps develop greater emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Humility is fostered by making mistakes and learning from them. It serves to remind us that we are imperfect beings, that we can make mistakes. Create empathy and understanding for others who may be going through similar circumstances. When we are aware of our own shortcomings, when we understand that everyone is on their own path of learning and progress, we can be more compassionate and patient with others. Love is also closely related to our ability to grow from mistakes. Love requires accepting people and ourselves just as we are, flaws and all. By viewing our failures as teachable moments, we develop self-love and show compassion for those who may also be struggling with their own mistakes. In the end, growing from our mistakes allows us to live more genuinely and in accordance with the law of love. It guides us to make wiser decisions, cultivate healthier relationships, and build a more peaceful life. We begin a transformative path of self-discovery and personal progress, accepting the lessons that our missteps provide us. Conflict and evolution. Conflict, which is often seen as a bad thing, is a natural and essential aspect of human evolution. Through confrontation, we have the opportunity to learn more about ourselves, recognize our shortcomings, and promote personal development. Understanding the role of conflict in our evolution can help us negotiate with greater awareness and wisdom rather than run from it. When ideas, views, or desires diverge, a conflict occurs. It can come in a variety of forms, from petty arguments to tense confrontations. Conflict should be embraced as a catalyst for self-discovery and growth rather than feared or avoided. Conflicts are a mirror in which we can look at our assumptions, biases, and limitations. They serve as powerful catalysts that expose our unquestioned assumptions and conditioned habits of action. Consciously engaging in conflict forces us to confront our own ignorance and deepens our understanding of both the outside world and ourselves. The main reason for our limits is ignorance. Conflicts and even violence are caused by a lack of awareness or education. Conflict can easily ensnare us when we are blind to the interconnectedness of all beings or when we fail to recognize the inherent worth and dignity of others. Understanding the link between ignorance and conflict is essential to handle conflict with a better level of awareness. It prompts us to reconsider our prejudices, preconceptions, and preconceived notions. It motivates us to grow in our capacity for empathy, openness, and willingness to listen and understand all points of view. In this way, we can overcome the limitations imposed by ignorance and create a space for fruitful debate and conflict resolution. Conflict can serve as a catalyst for both individual and community progress when properly managed. It forces us to step out of our comfort zone, to consider uncharted territory, and to accept drastic change. Conflict teaches us tolerance, compassion and understanding towards others. We try to find common ground, improve our ability to communicate clearly, and come up with innovative solutions that benefit all parties. We shift our perspective from fear and resistance to curiosity and learning when we accept conflict as an inevitable element of our evolutionary journey. We understand that confrontations can offer invaluable opportunities for introspection, self-reflection, and personal development. We can overcome our limits, promote harmonious relationships and contribute to the progress of humanity, facing problems consciously and in solidarity. The law of evolution, a fundamental principle that controls the balance between harmony and correspondence in the universe, is known as the law of evolution. It is a fundamental factor that guarantees the orderly development of life. The ability to understand this law and align with it can lead to significant personal development and transformation. Among all facets of existence, the law of evolution preserves a delicate balance. It implies how everything is interconnected, how things evolve and change, and how the universe itself is full of wisdom. When we follow this natural order, we contribute to the peaceful progression of life. But the force of the law of evolution applies to actions that go against the natural order. Such behaviors are collected as errors, collecting repercussions that are transmitted quickly and forcefully. These repercussions offer important lessons and opportunities for development. We become aware of the impact that our decisions and actions have on ourselves and on the world around us. When we recognize the importance of the law of evolution, this awareness motivates us to behave consciously, honestly and in line with the flow of life. It encourages us to take responsibility for our actions and to make deliberate decisions that promote harmony and growth. To align ourselves with the law of evolution, we must be willing to accept the lessons of our past mistakes. This requires introspection, humility, and a sincere desire to grow. Accepting the results of our actions allows us to be more receptive to the transformative potential of the lessons. These teachings serve as catalysts for self-improvement by helping us leave behind limiting thoughts, actions, and routines that obstruct our development. Aligning with the law of evolution also means accepting change and the innate wisdom of the cosmos. It challenges us to change, grow and evolve in response to how life's circumstances are constantly changing. We can face setbacks and transitions with resilience and grace and understand how dynamic life is. We become active participants in our own development and progress when we align ourselves with the law of progress. We foster a culture of lifelong learning and actively seek ways to improve ourselves. This puts us in tune with the regular rhythms of the universe and helps us learn more about who we are and where we fit into the grand scheme of things. In the end, we walk a transformative path of self-discovery and personal development, accepting and embracing the law of evolution. We acquire the ability to live more in accordance with the knowledge and order of the cosmos. As we learn to manage the complex balance between harmony and correspondence, altering destiny. Interfering in destiny means altering the law of correspondence that controls the particular experiences of each person. Such involvement can have far-reaching effects such as disagreements, blockages and even health problems. This highlights how crucial it is to understand the limits of human intrusion and to achieve harmony with the inherent rhythms of life. The idea that each person is entitled to their own unique set of life events and lessons is known as the law of correspondence. It recognizes the innate diversity and individuality of each person's journey. The delicate balance of the cosmos is upset when we try to impose our own ideas of justice or avoid certain experiences by interfering with this law. trying to enforce our version of fairness, especially when it conflicts with the way life naturally unfolds, can lead to conflict and disagreement. It is the result of denying the individual's right to express their own experiences. We prevent events from unfolding naturally and lose opportunities for growth and learning by imposing our judgment or trying to control outcomes. In addition, altering the correspondence law can cause disputes and obstructions. When we interfere or try to control how things happen, we block the energetic flow of life. This resistance can take the form of barriers, difficulties, or strained connections. We can allow space for the natural order of things to work by acknowledging the limits of our intervention, which can lead to smoother and more peaceful results. Interfering with destiny not only ruins the experiences of others, but also impedes our own spiritual and psychological growth. When we try to avoid certain encounters, we deprive ourselves of the opportunity to learn the lessons those situations have to teach us. By overcoming obstacles, enduring suffering, and surviving life's ups and downs, we grow and broaden our consciousness. To live by the laws of the universe, one must have a fundamental understanding of how everything is connected. It requires kindness, acceptance, and deference to the natural flow of life. When we recognize our limitations and the primacy of the experiences of others, we connect with the wisdom and order of the cosmos. We need to focus on developing virtues like compassion, empathy, and understanding rather than intervening. By practicing these values, we can encourage and uplift others without trying to direct or influence their paths. We can lend a hand, offer advice when asked, and foster an atmosphere of acceptance and respect so that people can fully experience their lives. In essence, we can harmonize with universal natural principles, realizing the limits of our intervention with destiny. He asks us to respect the unique paths taken by others. Let's celebrate diversity and put our faith in the innate wisdom of life. In this way, we foster an atmosphere conducive to growth, harmony, and a deep connection with the environment. The importance of understanding. We can navigate through life with more clarity and insight if we educate ourselves and understand the laws that govern it. We can understand the subtleties of the general order if we know how to distinguish between justice and rectitude. To begin with, we must recognize that divine or human justice is not an unshakable idea. Rather, it implies that justice is something else, something beyond the limits of our understanding. Recognizing this distinction gives us access to a larger picture that goes beyond our individualized notions of fairness. It is necessary to thoroughly investigate the structure of the cosmos to understand the laws that shape our existence. It involves exploring the complex web of relationships, patterns, and rules that underpin all facets of existence. This knowledge allows us to move through the complexity of life with more judgment and insight. We can begin to understand the basic causes of misery by exploring this understanding. The passage suggests that ignorance, the lack of understanding of the causes and reasons for our experiences, is the result of pain. Through understanding, we can uncover the causes of suffering and turn it into deep learning and understanding. This understanding leads to true acceptance. It incorporates a deep understanding of the order and purpose of the universe and goes beyond mere resignation. Understanding the wisdom rooted in the principles that govern our existence helps us deeply accept the flow of life and tune into it. The willingness to expand our awareness and question our preconceptions is necessary for the journey towards understanding. It requires an open mind, passion for information, and curiosity. We embark on a revolutionary path that frees us from the bonds of ignorance when we actively strive to understand the laws of the universe. This vision also encourages us to develop a deep appreciation for the mysteries of life. It recognizes that we can only fully comprehend a small part of how big and intricate existence is due to our limited perception. We can approach life with wonder and reverence when we are humble enough to realize that there is always more to learn and understand. We develop the ability to negotiate the complexity of life with wisdom and compassion as we increase our understanding. By coordinating our actions and decisions with the basic laws that govern the cosmos, we become conscious co-creators of our reality. This knowledge allows us to make decisions that promote peace, development, and the well-being of all. In essence, the importance of understanding lies in its ability to remove the curtain of ignorance and provide us with meaningful insight into the coherence of the cosmos. It allows us to go beyond limited viewpoints, accept the flexibility of justice, and discover true acceptance in the face of life's difficulties. Upon reaching this understanding, we begin a path of growth and transformation that allows us to harmonize with the order and wisdom of the cosmos. Relationships as a space for development. The development and evolution of spiritual life are accelerated through relationships. This implies that interactions, whether homogeneous or heterogeneous, are essential for the development of our souls. We have opportunities for learning and growth thanks to the complicated way in which these relationships are maintained throughout the cosmos. The importance of love, acceptance, and concern for others is highlighted as essential elements that sustain and strengthen these transformative interactions. Relationships act as powerful conduits for our spiritual journeys within the vast tapestry of life. Homogeneous relationships are associations with people who have comparable characteristics, beliefs, and life experiences. These connections provide us with a sense of familiarity, resonance, and support, offering us a place to grow and understand each other. We have the opportunity to increase our self-knowledge and broaden our awareness by sharing our experiences and reflections. In contrast, heterogeneous relationships include ties to people who come from different backgrounds, opinions, and life experiences. These connections frequently test us, pushing the limits of our comfort zone and encouraging us to accept the unknown. It is possible to learn important lessons and experience transformative growth within the different dynamics of these interactions. We learn more about the world and about ourselves by sharing thoughts, points of view, and experiences. It's critical to understand that a relationship can end naturally as a result of stagnation or lack of growth. According to the book, relationships should be dynamic and constantly changing rather than static and unchanging. The relationship of a couple can come to an end when growth stops, when we reject change, or when we accommodate ourselves. This is not a sign of insufficiency or failure, but rather an opportunity for both people to take new paths in their personal development. Emphasis is placed on the importance of love, acceptance, and the best interests of others for the development of these transformative relationships. Relationships are built on the foundation of love that fosters empathy, connection, and compassion. We can embrace the innate divinity in others and respect their individual journeys by cultivating love. Relationships require acceptance because it allows us to fully embrace others, without expectations or judgment. It involves acknowledging and celebrating the variety of experiences, viewpoints, and paths of growth that each person possesses. Acceptance creates a safe and caring atmosphere that allows for genuine self-expression and mutual understanding. Considering the interests of others requires acting in all relationships with honesty, decency, and a sincere desire for well-being. It involves going beyond ego-centered goals and putting the development and pleasure of the other person first. We support the mutual progress and elevation of both parties, directing our intentions towards love and compassion. Relationships facilitate our development and spiritual growth. They provide distinctive lessons, difficulties, and blessings throughout our journey, whether they are homogeneous or heterogeneous. We cultivate the conditions for deep development, self-discovery, and expanded consciousness, fostering connections with love, acceptance, and the best intentions for others. We hope that the video has aroused your interest in these topics. Understanding the laws of evolution, the meaning of love, and the structure of the cosmos can unlock the secrets of personal growth and inner serenity. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to know when we publish new content that will change your life. Thank you for watching, and may you come to truly understand and appreciate the impact of love on your life before we meet again.